And this is News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM, KFYO mornings on your radio. Dave King and Matt Martin doing our thing, as it were. Broadcasting from the Thacker Jewelry Studio. Custom engagement rings and more at thackerjewelry.com. You know what day this is, Matthew?
It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. You know what time it is?
Car Pro time?
7:36.
Oh.
That means Jerry Reynolds on the phone. Good morning, Jerry.
Well, good morning, fellas. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing well.
Well, good. It's going to be a little warmish there today, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty warm. Hey, I got some pictures in my email.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because this is a car that's hard to describe, so I thought, you know what? I better send some pictures just so we're all on the same page. Yeah, it's been a fun week, I got to tell you.
Jerry, I want to ask you something. In looking at the Camaro, that's what we're talking about. This is the new Camaro, and this is, you say, the Hot Wheels Edition. But this is, I'm telling you, every time I see these new Camaros out on the street, I get them confused with the Corvette. It seems like that the Camaro has evolved into more of a Corvette-looking car than a Camaro. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Absolutely not. And I don't know if it's by design or, to give people a step down that can't afford the Corvette, because they've gotten pretty pricey over the years, especially since 2014 when the new body style came out. But you see a lot of similarities in the roof line and the curvatures, of the cars on the fenders, front and rear. But yeah, this is a 50th anniversary of the Hot Wheels car, the first one that ever came out, which coincidentally was Camaro. Came out as a 68 Camaro, and that's the first time we ever saw a Hot Wheels car. So Chevy is paying tribute to that car with the car that I'm driving this week. This is the first one.
The best, the most fun car, and my favorite car of all time, I had a 69 Camaro. 307 V8 automatic. It had it was red with a black vinyl roof. I love that car. And then the 69 has turned out to be a classic, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It really has. And there's a lot of changes over the years to the Corvette, to the Camaro, of course, and then it went out of production for quite a number of years and made its return in 2010. I went to a press event in 2010 when they brought the car out and showed it to everybody for the first time, and I got to drive one that day. And I tell you what, I was just excited about this car, and it's been a good seller for Chevy since that time. And they keep coming up with new packages and things to keep the car fresh. This one's got the big 6.2 liter V8, so it's putting out 455 horses, and this baby is a runner. I'm going to tell you right now, you better hang on if you floorboard it from a dead stop, because it's going to burn the tires.
Yeah. So you were talking about the difference between the Camaro and the Corvette. So it's my understanding that the Corvette's going to go to a mid-engine car at some point. Is that still something they're looking at?
Yeah, 2020. The 2019 Corvettes are already out, and then they'll stop production, completely change what they're doing, and go to a mid-engine car. They've kept the details of that car pretty much under wraps, so we don't know, what to expect, other than it's probably going to get a little bigger. It's probably going to go into that supercar classification, which means it could be
supercar price.
yeah, it could be upwards of $200,000.
Yeah.
So I think they won't be able to produce nearly as many of those as what they're building now. And of course, all Corvettes are built in Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's been the Corvette plant for many years, and that's where the Corvette Museum is. But yeah, this next generation Corvette is going to be something completely different than what we've seen before, which is probably going to push more people to a car like what I'm driving this week, this Camaro, because this car at $52,000 on the window sticker, this car is sure, the one I'm driving at least, is sure to be a collectible someday because of the limited edition Hot Wheels package that's on it, which only costs $5,000, by the way.
And it's a pretty car. It's red.
It's
got black racing stripes. And do they come in other colors, or is it just the Hot Wheels Edition red?
The Hot Wheels, the picture, I know what you're saying because the picture makes it look that way, but actually this car is orange.
Oh, okay.
It's called, in fact, the official color is Crush Orange, and it's got a black and orange interior, which is, it sounds funny, but it somehow or another it all works. Just a beautiful interior. The outsides of the seats are black, and the complete middle inserts are orange. And this car is just, all the cool cars I've driven, this one is probably commanding as much attention from people as anything I have ever had. And people are just mesmerized with this car, especially when they see it's got two big Hot Wheels emblems on the front fenders. And they're pretty large. I mean, you can't miss them. And people just are, what is that? And I tell you what, it's been a fun week, and it's a fun car to drive. There's a track mode that you can switch things to, and it changes the way the transmission shifts and the way it steers and the exhaust sound. This car sounds really good.
So one other thing, but because I know that we're running out of time, but Ford apparently is going to be forced to stop all F-150 production because there was a fire. I think it was a die-cast plant.
Yeah, it was.
They said that they've got 84, I think, days of stock inventory, and they also, it's going to take about 2 weeks to get this back up and running. Are they going to see any type of stop or slowdown with this?
I don't think we will, because the F-150, the dealers, that's their biggest merchandise as far as the number of vehicles that they stock. A lot of dealers have, well over 100 days supply because these things sell so well. I think by the time that they get the parts back and get the lines operating properly, they can make up a lot of ground with overtime and that sort of stuff. So they can make those units up pretty quick. I don't think we'll see any shortages.
Do you think they'll lower incentives or anything like that to slow down the sale of the trucks?
No, they won't. They're going to keep that truck aggressive. It's got a huge lead year to date as far as sales go across the board, and they just can't slow the incentives down. I mean, they don't want to give Chevy or Ram any kind of openings, so they'll keep the incentives aggressive. For most people, they won't even know this happened.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you have going on in Car Pro USA right now?
Got a story coming up today that I try to talk about every year this time, and it's about leaving kids and pets inside cars when it gets hot. And I did a lot of research for this story. It'll be up this afternoon, but most people don't know that if you leave a kid in a car, in 20 minutes, the interior temperature of a car is 29 degrees warmer than it is outside. So if you guys get to 100 today, and you leave a car locked for 20 minutes, it's going to be 129 degrees in that car in just 20 minutes. And typically for a human, 107 degrees body temperature is fatal. That's how fast it takes, and similar numbers with the pets. So just want to remind everybody, don't take the risk. Don't take any chances. Some people will, left my window cracked a little bit. That really doesn't help very much. Just don't do it.
Yeah. No. All right. Well, make sure to go to Car Pro USA and read that article and others that you have up there. Also, you're on our station, 95.1 FM, 790 AM, KFYO, from 11 to 1 every Saturday morning.
And proud to be with you guys.
Well, thank you, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry.
And thanks for coming on.
All right, guys.
All right. You have a great day.